Hi there. We're going to do some stretching for the hands and wrists, forearms. I hurt my wrist a few years ago and had to come up with a variety of ways to stretch my hands. And then I started sharing it with my students, and I was surprised how it seems like almost everybody's hands are really tight. And I think we just think it's how they are, or it's because we're aging or whatever. But tight hands mean painful hands or painful wrists, painful forearms. There are lots of muscles and tendons in your hands. We want to keep them stretched out and pliable and happy. So the first thing we're going to do is to turn the fingers backwards. And this looks kind of weird. And for some people, this is super stretchy. And so if it is, it may not look anything quite like the way mine does. You might not be able to get your palms anywhere near the floor, and that's totally okay. What we're going to try to do is bend the elbows back toward your body, and you'll get a good stretch through that whole forearm, the inside edge of your forearm. Maybe through your fingers, through your hands. Breathing. And these are great stretches. You can do these anywhere, kitchen counter, your office desk, floor. And then we're going to pick the hands up more. So now just your fingers are on the floor. It's like you're trying to bend your fingers backwards. Feels a little unnatural. And then now, mostly just the fingertips are on the floor. You might feel that the stretch is bigger in one finger than any of the others. Maybe not, maybe it's stretchy in the whole hand. All the fingers about the same. But sometimes there'll be like, ooh, I really feel that in my middle finger or my pinky, and release. Oh, feel how that feels. Okay. And then we're going to do this stretch where you bring your thumb inside, your fingers wrap around it, see that? And then you're going to bend at the wrist. Turn the hand to the outside. And then you reach out and catch it with the other hand and try to pull it back and try to move, see if you can get a better picture of that. Like that. And I always have to remind myself to drop my shoulder. Because for some reason, when I go into this, I kind of scrunch my shoulders up, but you want them to drop. Good. Breathe. Feel this all the way up the forearm. And release. Good. Stretch it out. And then you can do that same thumb split. We did this before with the yoga tune-up ball. There's another video of hand stretches with the yoga tune-up balls. But you can do that same thing where you try to move your thumb and your pointer finger away from each other. And we also call this the thumb splits. One of my students came up with that name, and that's what they call it in the yoga tune-up when they do it with the tune-up ball right there. Good. Big, actually, I'll stretch for a minute, and then scrunch them way in, scrunch them way out. You can just do a few of those kind of movements, fingers apart. Wrist circles. And try to bring your, I always feel a little bit like a sock puppet. Bring your forearm, bring your hand closer to your forearm. See, like that. If your fingers are straight, it's a different stretch than if your fingers are bent. You can see how as you bend those fingers, you get a much different stretch through the forearm. Good. release, shake it out. Another fun one, kind of similar to the one we started with, you interlace the fingers, turn the hands backwards, so your palms are up, and then you roll your hands so the palms come toward the floor. And this makes it a lot stretchier than our usual, the way we started with the hands apart. Breathing. And release. Shake them out a bit. That's it. Don't forget to do the other side. You can just re-watch the video and do all the exercises with your left hand. And thanks. Have a great